folks, what's up? It's Adam here, I Can't See the Guy. Welcome to the Movie Vault. It's roasting hot today. If you can hear like a bit of a blurring in the background, it's my fan. And I'm also having a pint of Guinness, to cool me down. But I'm doing a movie review right now on a movie which I've just watched moments ago. And hell, while it's fresh in my mind, might as well review it. Because I reviewed the first Jurassic Park movie, which indeed is a classic by Steven Spielberg. I mean, the first movie, Jurassic Park, I've seen it countless times. In fact, I've seen it that many times I could play everybody's role in that film. Because Jurassic Park 1, I absolutely love it. It's a fantastic film. It's got to be like in my top 20 favourite movies. Love the first Jurassic Park. And this movie review is going to be on the sequel, which came out in the year of 1997, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 2. Now, I saw this back in the day when it first came out in cinema, and I've just got done watching it again moments ago. But before I got done watching it moments ago, I hardly remembered anything about the film. It's not a film which I saw countless times like the first Jurassic Park movie. This movie, Jurassic Park 2, how long is it on for? So let me check, do my little bit of research. 129 minutes. And when was it released? Its official release date, May 19th of 1997 in Los Angeles premiere, and May 23rd of 1997 in the United States. Made $680.6 million at the box office. But before I saw this movie moments ago, I did not remember much about this film. I only remembered certain scenes in this movie that really stood out to me. And the rest of the film, I couldn't really hardly remember. Whereas if you ask me anything about the first Jurassic Park movie, I remember it from start to finish. Every scene, every role, every character's death, nearly every single catchphrase. I remember it from the first Jurassic Park movie. The first Jurassic Park is a terrific film. Definitely going to be one of Steven Spielberg's best. But Steven Spielberg comes back again for this to direct this second film. Now, I don't know about you guys, but it felt to me like Steven Spielberg's heart wasn't exactly in this. Compared to some of the films that he's directed, this movie, Jurassic Park: The Lost World, it felt like not like a disastrous movie, but it's definitely a major step down from the first movie, at least in my opinion. I mean, a few people do come back, reprise their roles, like Jeff Goldblum. He comes back as Ian, and I like Jeff Goldblum. I think he's a fantastic actor. I liked him in The Fly. I also liked him in the movie that he debuted in, the Death Wish film, which stars Charles Bronson. Love that movie. In the first movie, Jeff Goldblum's acting is right done to a T, especially with all his comedy and the chemistry he had with Sam Neill's wife, and I thought he played his role to a T in the first movie. But in this movie, he comes back. We see him like visiting John Hammond, but before that we get a little scene on an island where a little girl is feeding these little baby dinosaurs. One by one more come, and she ends up getting attacked by the dinosaurs. We learn that she's okay from John Hammond, and we see a little role from Tim and his older sister, who was from the first Jurassic Park movie. They only appear for that one little short scene. And Jeff Goldblum is going to go to this island where there's more dinosaurs. It's not the same island as in the first movie, like Jurassic Park. This is on a different island where there's some dinosaurs based, and he wants to go there because he learns that his girlfriend's there. She's played by Julianne Moore, and I like Julianne Moore. I liked her in the film Hannibal. If I'm not mistaken, she did the film Hannibal in 2001, which was 3 years after this movie. And his daughter's tagging along, with the whole adventure with the dinosaurs, basically. But Jeff Goldblum, it was nice to see him come back. Sam Neill doesn't come back, which is sad, because I thought he was like a top-notch character from the first Jurassic Park movie. But Jeff Goldblum in this movie, I felt like it was the same as Steven Spielberg. I mean, I'm not sure if his heart wasn't like in it. I'm not saying his performance was like a disaster in this movie. I'm just saying compared to how he acted in the first movie, I felt like his heart wasn't like 100% there, you know. And the same with Steven Spielberg. If that's the best way I could put it, is that his heart wasn't 100% there. But then again, the movie is fine. The main scenes I remember in this movie that I'll never forget is the cliff scene. That has to be my favourite scene in the movie, you know, where them two connected vehicles are hanging off the cliff. You know, and you're having that traumatising scene on the cliff with the female T-Rex. Like I say, that scene right at the start of the film where the girl's getting attacked by the little baby dinosaurs, although you don't see it happening, it's off screen. The scene happens again with that guy getting lost in the forest and he gets attacked by all the baby dinosaurs. I think the velociraptors. That scene also. Who could forget the Jeff Goldblum's daughter doing them crazy gymnastics, jiu-jitsu scenes, you know, where she does gymnastics off a pole and she kicks one of the dinosaurs and it falls through the window and lands on a fucking spike or whatever. We get that scene, and the third act where the dinosaur is in the city. Now that took me by shock when I first saw that in the cinema. I wasn't expecting the dinosaurs to go out like in the city. I wasn't expecting that. And especially from the trailers that I saw from the movie, I don't recall the dinosaur, the T-Rex, ever going into the city. Well, that took me by surprise when I went to the cinema to watch it for the first time. And who can ever forget the shocking scene, you know, where it eats the dog, you know, the dog's barking at the T-Rex while the T-Rex drinking out the swimming pool, you know, he swallows the dog whole and it's just hanging by the chain from the dog kennel. And then the parents scream as the little boy takes a picture with the camera of the dinosaur. So who can forget that scene? But other than those scenes like I just mentioned, I don't remember much else about the film, even though I've just seen it moments ago. It seemed like it was pretty forgettable. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll choose this movie over the Jurassic World movies of any day. Right? So I'm not interested in the slightest in those movies. Not even the recent one with Scarlett Johansson. That doesn't interest me in one little bit. And I will also put this movie above Jurassic Park 3. But I do like Jurassic Park 3. And I can't believe I'm saying that, because that's the one that everyone really dislikes, but no one likes Jurassic Park 3. But I like Jurassic Park 3 because of the fast pace it went at. It cut out all the boring bits. And I do like Jurassic Park 3, and I'll get to that when I review it. But I will put this movie above Jurassic Park 3. You know, it seems like they're going like in order. First the first movie, then this movie, then the number 3, and the rest I didn't care for. Now, when I went to go see this for the first time in the theatres, the cinema, I was blown away by the effects and all that from a 1997 movie. I thought the effects on the T-Rex were really well done. Although I think in part 1 it was like really done much more better, much more to a T. Again, I didn't have any problems with anyone's acting in the first movie. I thought everyone really pulled it off. Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, Wayne Knight, who played Dennis Nedry, you know. But the adventure sequences were fine, like in the scene where they're running from the dinosaur and one guy gets stamped on and they're hiding behind a waterfall, and then one guy goes to his demise by getting eaten by the T-Rex because a snake goes down his jacket or whatever, his coat. You know, but my favourite scene had to be the cliff scene, you know, where they're hanging off the cliff. You know, the girl falls on the glass, you know, the glass is like cracking beneath her, and you got all the rocks below, you know, the sea. And there's this guy, you know, with a jeep trying to pull the fucking vehicle back over the cliff. You know, memorable scenes. You know, he gets eaten too by the two T-Rexes. And I also like the scene, you know, with the velociraptors, you know, with the chasing the guy down the fields, you know, where they're like smooching through the grass and then they jump, you know, working groups like they did in the first movie. You know, so. But again, would you ever imagine that this film was directed by Steven Spielberg? Not in my opinion. Not in my opinion like he did with the first movie. Not in my opinion when he directed films like Indiana Jones or E.T., Jaws, you know, and those other films are stated, you know, into space, you know, created all these awesome films, and then when he did a movie like Jurassic Park: The Lost World, you felt like something was lacking somewhere. But I do like the concept of it taking place in the city, you know, in the third act, you know, where it escapes from the ship, and you know, you get that guy who's trying to bully the little dinosaur, and then he comes with his mother's help, and the mother, you know, lets the little baby dinosaur fucking eat the guy and all that kind of stuff. So, other than that, I'm just trying to remember what else happened in the film. Other than the concept of, like, Jeff Goldblum going onto this island where there's all these other dinosaurs, teams up with his girlfriend, Julianne Moore, and his daughter, that girl who could do gymnastics, you know, forming the groups with all those rest of those guys, you know, they're being chased by the T-Rex, and the scene with the T-Rex being captured because there's this group of people who want to take the dinosaurs off the island. Jeff Goldblum's character, Malcolm, is trying to stop them. And then you got the scene, you know, with the T-Rex in the city where he eats this guy who's running from a video store, you know, it's hitting over all these cars. When he gets recaptured and trapped on a ship where it's took right back to where it's supposed to come from, you know. But it wasn't like a terrific film, if you get what I mean. It wasn't like a terrific film like the first movie. Because even though I got done watching this movie moments ago, there's still parts of this movie that are no longer fresh in my mind. Where usually when I watch a movie, I like remember it from start to finish, and then I'll do a better review on it. But this movie, it just took me back to the times of the scenes that I remembered, but don't remember anything else. Again, I don't remember any catchphrases from this film. I don't remember, you know, any like amazing acting scenes from this movie. I don't remember any good comedy scenes, especially from Jeff Goldblum, the way he was with his comedy. You know, like the chemistry he had with all the other characters, like in the first movie. I don't recall any of that. So overall, I'll just say Jurassic Park: The Lost World, made in 1997. It's okay. That's all I'll say. It's just okay. Again, it's not one of those films I'd put on above Jurassic Park, the first movie. I'll watch that movie any day of the week. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would watch this movie again if there was nothing else on the TV. If you get what I mean. I mean, I do own this movie on DVD. That's why I just watched it moments ago. I just watched it on DVD. But would I rewatch it again anytime in the future? No. No, I wouldn't. And again, I would never imagine in a million years that it was directed by Steven Spielberg. I mean, it was produced by Gerald R. Molan and Colin Wilson as well. And again, great cast: Jeff Goldblum, Julianne Moore, Pete Potterswaith, Arliss Howard. We had that little scene with Richard Attenborough. I mean, I wish he had a little bit more to do in the movie as Dr. John Hammond, but he only appeared for like a few minutes at the start of the film. And like I say, Joseph Mazzello, who played Tim, and Irina Richards, who played Lex, who was the boy and the girl from the first movie. They're a little bit more grown up. They played a small role at the start of the movie, but they didn't really do anything. And I thought they would have played more bigger character roles in this movie, considering they was like main characters in the first movie. But they didn't really have anything to do, which is like a shame. And it's a shame Sam Neill didn't come back either. But it was nice to see Jeff Goldblum come back as Ian Malcolm. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say, everybody, about Jurassic Park: The Lost World. I mean, like I say, I won't be watching it again anytime soon. Overall, not a crap movie, not an excellent movie. It was somewhere near mediocre in the middle. That's all I have to say. So, not the best one in the franchise, and not the worst one either. Just somewhere on the mediocre level. Thanks for watching this, everybody, and email me if you've got any questions. Peace out, and leave a comment below. Thank you.